Hello and welcome once again to Rose Kitchen. Today I'll be talking about food allergies. There are different types of allergies, but I'll be focusing on food allergies. So simply put, a food allergy is the body's reaction to something that was ingested or something that was eaten. And food allergies can range from, mild to acute. So food allergies are important to learn about. Now, there are different ways of detecting food allergies. You could do that by the elimination method where, you can kind of observe your child, understand what they eat and how their body reacts after. And then there's the most popular, which is a skin prick test, where, a doctor kind of goes through the skin and exposes it to the different allergens, and then you can find out if there's an allergy to a particular food or not. So there are different signs of allergy, food allergies, and these are things you should look out for, especially if you're not sure what is going on with your child through some physical examination that you might have done. One, itchy eyes, itchy nose, itchy throat, swollen eyes, swollen lips, body scratches all over the body overnight. So these are signs that your child might be allergic to a particular type of food that you're not sure about. True story, my story. When my third one was about 5 months old, I was doing exclusive breastfeeding for him, and there was a time I breastfed him, and less than 48 hours, he had like a terrible rash all over his body, particularly in his elbow joints, behind his knees, on his belly. And then we went to the doctor, and then, the pediatrician started asking all the questions to try and, find a diagnosis. And, he asked me to reflect on everything I'd eaten in the past 48 hours that, I hadn't eaten in the past 5 months when I had my child. And we were able to find out that we had visited with some friends, and we ate wheat amala. So if you're not African, wheat amala is just like a Nigerian meal where you kind of turn the flour, usually made from yam flour, but this was made from wheat flour. You turn the flour in hot water and kind of take it in morsels with the soup. So I had eaten that, and I breastfed my baby, and he had rashes all over. So you can see how important it is to know about allergies. The food passed through the milk to the baby. That's how important it is to know about allergies. Some people downplay allergies and say, oh, all these Oyinbo children means like all the sophisticated children, you're just spoiling them, and all that. I don't think that is a nice thing to say, because most time the parents know what they're dealing with, when their children have food allergies. I have different clients that I give meal plans to, and I've had like one or two of them say to me, I don't really understand what's going on with my child's skin. And then we've had to look into it. Sometimes they've had to go and do a test in the hospital. They've tried elimination methods to, find out what their child is reacting to. So allergies are real, and they shouldn't be downplayed. Now, some people outgrow allergies and some don't. They just kind of manage it over time. Like after a while, when my son clocked the 6 months, at the end of the 6 month, I decided to wean him after the exclusive breastfeeding. So I bought three different types of cereals just to kind of establish the fact that he was either allergic to wheat or he was not. So I bought maize cereal, I bought rice cereal, I bought wheat cereal. When I gave him the maize cereal, nothing unusual happened. When I gave him rice cereal, nothing happened. But when I gave him the wheat cereal, he broke out all over again, and I just ascertained that he wasn't supposed to be eating wheat, so I kind of rolled it out of his diet. Like I was saying, some people outgrow allergies. Like as he grew older, it would take like for him to be repeatedly exposed to the allergen for him to break out on his body. That's to show that he is outgrowing it. So but for some people, you just have to continue to stay away from these allergens. And the FDA has identified about 8 allergens that most people are allergic to. That's not to say that there are not other things that people are allergic to. There are milk, eggs, fish, the crustacean shellfish, under which you have lobsters and shrimps. And there's tree nuts, there's peanuts, there's soy, and there's wheat. So the allergy I just explained in my story is an allergy to wheat and wheat products, gluten products. And in Nigeria, thankfully most of our meals are gluten free because when you look at them, rice, yam, beans, plantains, sweet potatoes, eba, amala, ewedu, okra, oha, white soup, egusi, they are mostly gluten-free. Apart from two foods that we eat a lot in Nigeria that I feel they're not of Nigerian origin, and correct me if you think I'm wrong, but bread and pasta, I think they're of Italian and French origin, but they're kind of staple in Nigeria now. Those are the foods that are highly, glutinous. Also semolina, semo. So the problem for most children who have gluten or wheat allergies is snacking, because if they're eating their usual Nigerian food, they don't have problems. So with the snacking, thankfully, there are like alternative flours you can use to bake healthy snacks for your child. You have coconut flour, almond flour, tiger nut flour, oat flour, rice flour. So you have all those alternatives to bake with. Well, in Nigeria, not so many stores carry like gluten-free bakes and snacks, so you might have to find a way around it to make it for yourself. But it's not only gluten allergy. Some people are allergic to eggs also, and milk. So you have to like sit down, research, and find alternatives. You don't have to feel bad if your child is allergic to eggs and feel like, oh my god, he's going to miss out on protein. There are other highly proteinous foods like beans, plant-based proteins, beans, chia seeds, tofu, things that they can fill up on, if they're not going to be eating eggs, or if they're lactose intolerant or they have allergy to milk, they can have like plant-based milk, like almond milk, like rice milk, oat milk. So these are things that you can look into without feeling too bad that your child is missing out. So you have to like kind of be more careful. If your child eats in school, you might want to put a note at the beginning of the term to the school that my child is allergic to this and that. Please do not give them foods that contain this, that contain that. That's an important thing to do when your child has an allergy. Also, if you eat out often, if your children like Chinese fried rice, like my children like, and they're allergic to the shellfish, you might want to order things like plain pineapple fried rice or the egg rice, but do not order the shrimp fried rice. These are things to always remember when you eat out to avoid, bad allergic reactions in your children. So, and even for some adults, because some adults have, their allergies, food allergies till even adulthood. So these are important things to note. I mean, there was a time I had an Insta Live class, and I had told people to write in the comment section their experiences about food allergies, and you'll be amazed at what people are allergic to. Some were allergic to cabbage, some English pear. So, it's not good to just downplay allergies because they are real. People actually go through, having all these allergic reactions. And I remember one person wrote in the comment section that day that she had a nephew who's allergic to peanuts, and he had gone to a neighbor or a friend's house and they gave him plantains that were fried with peanut oil, and suddenly he started to feel funny, he couldn't breathe well, and they were able to take him to the hospital to stabilize him. Now imagine that he didn't have access to good healthcare or immediate healthcare. It could have been fatal. So that's how important it is to understand allergies, your children's allergies, or even your allergies, your food allergies as an adult. So again, I would like to tell you that it's not only food allergies you should be careful about. Sometimes your environment, there are things you can be allergic to, like pollen grains, like some type of plant. Some children go and play in the garden and then they have hives, they have rashes. So some allergies are related to the skin, they're dermatological, but it's also important for you to note that some skincare products can also give allergies to your children. So you want to be very sure. Maybe you are buying products that don't give allergy, that don't have like scents and flavors and all of that if your child has skin allergies. But I'm focusing on food allergies because I'm mostly, nutrition centered. So that's why I'm focusing on food allergies. So those are the 8 allergens, and it doesn't mean that there might not be other foods that children can be allergic to, but those are the 8 allergens identified by the American FDA. So if you've been going through all of these in the past, noticing that, swollen tongue after your child has eaten something, swollen eyes, itchy throat, difficulty breathing, you might like to go to the doctor and do a skin prick test, or, also try to eliminate some foods from your children's diet using the 8 allergens identified by the FDA. So I hope you've learned something interesting and something new today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share till I come your way next time with an interesting nutrition or public health topic. Eat well and stay healthy. Bye bye.